Well, I thought he gave us a boost at a time when Reavers was in foul trouble. I thought Ethan looked a little fatigued and decision-making wasn't great at times. So Charlie, was able to extend some possessions with the rebounds, blocked a shot, obviously finished it on a rebound, then it hit a three. And at the time when Nebraska was, gaining some momentum and the place was starting to fill up with noise a little bit, he was our answer. And I thought he gave us a big boost. There at the time it was much needed because we were trying to – get to that next media, buy a couple minutes, and he came in and gave us a spark.
You're never going to complain about road wins this league, but was that a weird game just in terms of how you played well for maybe 13 minutes and then really not the middle stretch?
Yeah. One thing we talked about is trying to play more intelligently. We talked about that at halftime, talked about that in one of the timeouts at the end of the first half and in the second half. And I'll look at the tape and have a better idea of decision-making in sequence that they took place in. But yeah, we've got to be better. But fortunately, defensively, I thought we were pretty good again tonight. It's kind of becoming our identity and our calling card. So we've got to clean up and be a little wiser in some areas.
Is it safe to say when you need some points, Davison gave you what you needed in that second half?
Well, he made some big shots there at the end. When we get some separation, he kind of closed the door. He's a gamer like that. He wants the ball in his hands, and he's taken and made big shots in his brief career already. So he's not shy about hunting them down.
Looking at Nebraska's film over the last couple of days, how much different do they look without Isaac Copeland?
Well, it's hard to say because they've had so little time to prepare without him. That's hard. I mean, we've gone through it. We went through it last year, losing a couple guys, and you just you're a little bit in a shock to begin with, just trying to adjust, and it'll take probably a little bit of time to adjust for them. But we knew they had other pieces: Roby, Watson, obviously Palmer, heck of a player. So I thought defensively, for the most part, we didn't do a great job on Roby. He really hurt us at times. But I thought Watson and, for the most part, Palmer, we did a decent job on.
Key to making Palmer work for his shots. I know Khalil started out.
Yeah, I mean, just try to make like our normal. There wasn't anything really different in terms of how we schemed. It was our normal defense of, trying to make it hard to get to the rim and not giving anything in transition. And some of that point in time when we had some out-of-body experiences in terms of decisions, allowed them to get some transition, which allowed momentum to build, and they were able to make that run in the first half. So, we were solid. We forced tougher shots. Most of them were contested. Didn't do a great job on the glass, specifically there in the first half and at the start of the second half, but got better down the stretch in terms of finishing blockouts and securing possessions.
Charlie already, but Brevin gave you some good minutes too.
Yeah.
When you looked at this game, knowing that Nebraska was, not real deep and had lost a guy, did you think maybe your bench would be an X factor? I guess.
Well, you hope so, but I also know that sometimes your bench can be a deep bench is hard to use. It's hard to use more than 7.5 to maybe even 8 guys. It's hard. It's just hard to get into a rhythm. Sometimes teams play better when you have no bench or a minimal bench because it takes decision-making out of it. Who's going to play and how much, and you just got to go play. And they get in a rhythm a little bit better. But, Brevin I thought was good. I thought he helped specifically in decision-making and spacing, primarily when they went zone. We tried to mix and match and get some guys in, and we didn't. That started some of our incorrect decision-making at times, and I thought he helped settle us down a little bit with some of that.
The issue was on keeping him off the glass.
I'll have to look at the tape to see exactly, but I think we didn't complete blockouts, or if we did, we didn't initiate, and we were straight up and down. I know in the first half in front of my bench, we were straight up and down too much. Now we go to make contact, then we release and not complete. And some of those balls took odd bounces too, which happens with jump shots. They come off at different angles and at different levels, and we got to make sure all 5 have to stay in rebound. So I'll see whether it was a primary blockout guy or if there was somebody else could have rebound down from the perimeter.